I declare open this graduation ceremony. Please be seated. Graduands, guests, it is my pleasure to welcome you all to this graduation ceremony. I am delighted once again to be able to preside over this most important part of the university year, right up there with Freshers' Week, parties, end-of-term celebrations. It never ceases to amaze me how our students manage to squeeze in the odd lecture. Anyway, you have made it. Congratulations to you all. It's been a long, hard year, and I expect you're all exhausted. Mind you, I thought your fellow over there would have kept awake until I had finished speaking. It is with particular pleasure, but of course also with some regret, that I welcome you to these, the last of Ulster University graduation ceremonies to be held here at the Jordanstown campus. Such ceremonies have taken place here for over 40 years. I myself have taken part in 25 of those ceremonies, never, of course, as a graduating student. It's a matter of record that I didn't get that far when I was here, but I left to pursue an acting career at the Central School of Speech and Drama. I always say about the Central School of Speech and Drama, the only thing you need to know is Laurence Olivier, Judi Dench, Jimmy Nesbitt. Of course, I enjoyed my time here at Jordanstown, maybe a little too much, but you know, the odd party never did anyone any harm, and believe me, I've been at some odd parties in my time. I would say more, but I'm pretty sure this is not the appropriate occasion. It is always somewhat daunting to address a class of graduating students. I know what a short attention span you have, and you do remind me of W.H. Auden's description of professors as someone who talks in other people's sleep. Now, I know that can't be true of Ulster University lecturers, but I think we all know something of long, sleepless nights, studying scripts, memorising material, the isolation, the frustration. Yes, an actor's life is indeed not an easy one, but it's not dissimilar in many ways to that of a student. Dressing up in costumes, not knowing where the next meal is coming from, wondering how to pay the bills, whether to get up early in the afternoon or late in the afternoon. As you know, this is a very poignant time in the history of Ulster University. This campus has been an integral part of that history, and it is fantastic to see so many people here today who have been part of that history. I would like to say that they haven't changed a bit, but as George Washington famously said, I cannot tell a lie. Seriously though, it's important, as we move to the next stage of the university's development, to pay tribute to all who have played a part in that development over many years. Now, I'm not going to name any individuals, I would inevitably miss some, but the continued success of the university is in itself a tribute to all those who have worked, taught and studied here, to all those who have brought honour to this campus in a variety of fields, including academia, science and sport, and in addition to all those for whom the centre of their life here was the old Polly Bar. On this occasion I think it's appropriate to mention the Polly in Dalriada House, or the Students' Union Bar. I couldn't possibly comment on where I spent most of my time, but I did enjoy my short stay here. You sitting here today are the last to have their graduation in this hall. You follow 105,000 students who have graduated from the Jordanstown campus in the university's history. That is over half the total number of students who have graduated from this university in its history. In itself, that is a huge contribution without even beginning to think about the many, many staff members who have contributed to the learning of so many and brought so much credit to Ulster University. No doubt it is the end of an era, and the most exciting era at that. But as one era ends, another one opens. The Obama era ended in the United States, the Trump era began. Oops, maybe that's not the best example. Ulster University will aspire to delivering a much better legacy for this campus than that. Your successors as students of Ulster University will continue to benefit from a first-class education and learning experience, and from state-of-the-art facilities across all campuses. My fondness for this campus and my sadness at its pending closure cannot temper my excitement at the impact that an expanded Ulster University will have in Belfast. It is one of, if not the most significant developments in that city in many years, probably in my lifetime. It is such an opportunity for those young people who, like you, will come to Ulster for an excellent learning experience, to be in at the ground level of a new start, not only for Ulster University, not only for Belfast, but for Northern Ireland. An opportunity that should not be missed by anyone. For you see, it is my view that legacy is not about buildings, it's about people. The legacy of this campus is definitely not the buildings. I mean, I don't think anyone would argue with that, even the original architects. The legacy is the many brilliant staff and students that have passed through these lecture theatres, laboratories and tutorial rooms. Those who have excelled in business and academia, in sport, in the arts, and in so many other ways. Because it is those people that have ensured the desire for knowledge is transferred from one generation to the next. It is those people, people like you, who have built Ulster University to become the success it is today. And it is you and your forebears that future generations will thank for that legacy. As the evangelist Miles Monroe, dear God, all of a sudden I'm a preacher. You can take a man out of Ballymena. But as Miles Monroe said, true leaders don't invest in buildings, they invest in people. Why? Because success without a successor is failure. So your legacy should not be in buildings, programs or projects. Your legacy must be in people. So this is a day for some nostalgia, but it's also a day for looking ahead. This university has equipped you with the tools to be leaders in whatever you do, and as you fulfill your potential, you will forever be part of the Ulster University family. I wish you every success. Thank you. Have a great Christmas. In accordance with the wishes of the Senate, and by virtue of the authority vested in me, I have conferred honorary degrees, and other academic distinctions of the University of Ulster on those named in the conferment list approved by the Senate. I call upon Dr. Hutchinson to present Colin Robert Williams for the First Trust Bank Ulster University Distinguished Graduate Award.
Chancellor, in the name of Senate, I present alumnus Colin Williams for the First Trust Ulster University Distinguished Graduate Award. Now, every good story has a once upon a time, and I'm here to tell you that Colin was born and bred in Belfast, and he doesn't mind to say in 1973, to Father Desi and Myrtle Williams, and you're both very welcome here today. Now, his journey with Ulster University began in the 1990s, and he graduated with a first-class degree in design at Ulster University. After several years of working in various creative industry firms, Colin decided to set up his own commercial production house, Inferno. Now, for those, a bit like myself, who perhaps don't know, Inferno produced high-quality animation, film and interactive content for museums, television commercials, and promos for major brands including Coca-Cola, Nokia, and the BBC. 8 years on, and after 700 successful productions and a client base including some of the world's leading businesses, Colin decided to use his abilities to create what would be to do some good and to be seen and appreciated. And so, 16 South was born, with the mission to make children's television worth watching. 16 South now employs over 100 people and is the Children's BAFTA Independent Production Company of the Year. The studio has won more than 30 major international awards, including the British Animation Award, the Broadcast Award, 2 IFTAs, multiple Hugos, a BAFTA, the Prix Jeunesse, and 2 Emmy nominations, and was one of the world's leading children's television companies. Premier shows include Lily's Driftwood Bay, Page Animals, Big City Park, and Sesame Tree. Yes, a partnership with the team behind Sesame Street. Now, 16th South is an independently ranked as one of the UK's top production companies by televisual and broadcast magazines. It was ranked as the second fastest growing tech company in Ireland and the seventh fastest growing company in the UK, according to 2013 Deloitte Fast 50. Firmly situated in Belfast, and under Colin's direction, 16 South produces all his shows here in-house in their studio on Clarence Street. The studio is also in production with Claude for Disney Junior worldwide and Pinkalicious for PBS in the USA. The company's latest show, Wild Woods, a sitcom aimed for 4 to 7-year-olds, premiered in autumn just this year. So, it is without doubt that Colin has distinguished himself as a highly creative producer and entrepreneur whose work has met with worldwide acclaim. He has been named among the most influential and innovative in broadcasting by the Hospital Club H100 in London, recognising the top 100 people in Britain's creative industries. He has won several highly prestigious awards over the years, including Businessman of the Year, the Ulster Tatler Awards, and Entrepreneur of the Year in the Aer Lingus Viscount Awards, both in 2014. Colin retains a very close connection here at Ulster University and was appointed visiting professor at the Belfast School of Art in 2013. Now, as with every good story, this success comes with a bit of a price, and I'm sure the journey hasn't always been easy. Breaking into the television industry is tough, as opportunities are far and few between. But Colin has shown the world that the most important thing to do is to have a passion for whatever you do, work hard, and be committed to what you're doing. So, graduates today, take note of this journey, the lessons learned, and I would urge you to invest in your own personal and professional development and make the most of life's opportunities. Now, in Colin's spare time, which, to be honest, I'm not sure how much you have given that profile and successes, Colin loves to head to the coast. I'm glad to hear that, Colin, being someone from the North Coast. And he spends time with his lovely wife, Rochelle, and his 2 children, Sophie and Ben, who are also all here today, and indeed you're very welcome. And I have to say, a large part of your story. So today is about recognising and celebrating Colin Williams, an international leader with roots firmly situated here in Belfast in Northern Ireland. And I think there is no doubt that he is an excellent role model for everyone processing here today. I believe it is his passion and drive alongside his creativity and his entrepreneurial success on a global scale that clearly connects his values to the aspirations of Ulster University. Chancellor, I therefore take great pleasure in presenting Mr. Colin Williams as a recipient of this year's First Trust Ulster University Distinguished Graduate Award.
I present to you the First Trust Bank Ulster University Distinguished Graduate of the Year Award. Thanks so much. I now call upon Professor Murphy, Director of Access, Digital and Distributed Learning, to present candidates.
Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the Postgraduate Certificate in Continuing Professional Development. Thomas John Corr. Jonathan Allen Greer. For the postgraduate certificate in higher education practice, Heather Coleman. For the certificate in personal and professional development, Linda Douglas. Michael Harvey. Katie Jackson. Jill McMillan. Kaylin McVeigh. Barry James O'Neill. And Jonathan Wade. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from Access Digital and Distributed Learning.
Thank you, Professor Murphy, for presenting candidates. I call upon Professor Seawright, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to present the candidates.
Chancellor. In the name of the Senate, I present to you candidates for the degree of Doctor of Philosophy. Carly Cole. Linda Ann Kennedy. Jose Alfonso Neves. Patrick Webb. Jacqueline Wiley. Jamesina Rose Rooney. Degree of Master of Arts in Cultural Heritage and Museum Studies, Sive Nora McGlue. Christopher Richard Reid. Eliza Jane McDermott. Emma Louise McGarrity. Christopher Timothy Porter. Mardine McCaughey. Laura Nielsen. Gail Rebecca Allen. The degree of Master of Laws in Clinical Legal Education, Maria Therese McCann. Rebecca Erin McGuigan. Megan Marina Brennan. The degree of Master of Laws in Gender, Conflict and Human Rights, Olivia Jane Gillespie. Rachel Ann Scroggy. The degree of Master of Laws in Human Rights, Law and Transitional Justice, Charlotte Elizabeth Jane Mills. Glenn McGarrigle. The degree of Master of Public Administration in Public Sector Executive Development, Hannah Louise Baxter. Stephen Philip McAllister. Carol Elaine Edwards. Valerie Patricia McGowan. Bernadette McGibbon. Martin Murphy. Saoirse Forbes. Robin John Luke. The degree of Master of Science in Communication and Public Relations, Lauren Margaret Callender. Sarah Elizabeth Fisher. Katrina Gallen. Leanne Rebecca Livingston. Emma Ann McCullum. The degree of Master of Science in Counselling Studies and Therapeutic Communication, Stuart William James Eadie. Donna McKeever. Andrew Murray. Patrick Joseph Mills. Laura Doherty. Claire Louise McBride. Dimpna Palmer. Gemma Michelle White. The degree of Master of Science in Digital Media Communication, Nicholas Stummigan. Ciara Marie Mallon. Joanne Marie McLaughlin. Niall Delargy. Stacey Rooney. The degree of Master of Science in English Language and Linguistics, Hannah Daniel. The degree of Master of Science in Professional Development and Social Work, Suzanne Cunningham. Adrian Graham. Jane Karen Hines. Carol Ann Kirk. Robin Jordan Lennox. Elizabeth Tanner. Robert Nelson. James Todd. The degree of Master of Science in Restorative Practices, Andy Toot. Postgraduate Diploma in Counselling and Therapeutic Communication with Professional Practice, Nat Hunter Crichton. Katie Lagan. The Postgraduate Diploma in Education, Colm Branagh. The Postgraduate Diploma in Professional Development and Social Work, Jacqueline McQuitty. Emma Claire Richmond Lundy. The Postgraduate Certificate in Counselling and Therapeutic Communication with Professional Practice, Kerry Ann Jameson. The Postgraduate Certificate in Middle Leadership, Pamela Ann Robinson. The Postgraduate Certificate in Professional Development and Social Work, Anne McGonnell. The Postgraduate Certificate in Public Sector Executive Development, Siobhan Kelly. Charles Martin Walker. Maria Adams. John Ford. Jennifer Gibb. Sean Michael McGreed. Claire Elizabeth Tobin. The degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Irish Language and Literature, Nicole Clerkin. Finola Rita McElhatton. Degree of Bachelor of Arts with Honours in Textile Art, Design and Fashion, Sarah Catherine Ann Campbell. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours in Animation, and Diploma in Professional Practice, Jordan Bradley. Shelley Martha Becky Marshall. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours in Interior Design and Diploma in Professional Practice, Cara Keegan. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours in Product and Furniture Design and Diploma in Professional Practice, Christopher McGlinchey. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours in Graphic Design and Illustration, Patrick Wright. Dean Douglas. The degree of Bachelor of Design with Honours in Interior Design, Peter McMahon. Laura Knox. Amy Randall. The degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours in Law, Tara Rose McInerney. Declan Downey. Anthony McCann. Victoria Louise Traynor. The degree of Bachelor of Laws with Honours in Law with Criminology, Rudry Curry. Andrea Marie Dobbin. Aisling White. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Communication with Counselling, Leanne Downey. The degree in Bachelor of Science with Honours in Communication with Public Relations, Jonathan Robert Graham. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Criminology and Criminal Justice, Barbara Ruth Turtle. Kate Ballard. Craig Roberts. Hannah Ellen Quinn. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Politics, Joshua Granville Norton. Daniel Little. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Politics with Criminology, Ronan Carroll. Sarah Murray. Kieran McCartan. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Social Policy with Criminology, William Blake Reid. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Social Policy with Sociology, Rhiannon Kelly. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sociology, Claire Ann McAvoy. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sociology with Criminology, Jason Brennan. Amy Lynn Dornan. Mark Fulham. Liam Morris. The Associate Bachelor's Degree in Communication with Advertising, Brona Elizabeth Christina McKernan. Emma Stars. The Associate Bachelor's Degree in Interior Design, Siobhan McGoldrick. The Associate Bachelor's Degree in Sociology with Criminology, Kate Collins. The Certificate in Restorative Practices, Nicola Hill. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Seawright, for presenting candidates. I call upon Professor Curran, Executive Dean of the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to present candidates.
Chancellor, in the name of the Senate, I present candidates to you for the award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Published Work, Cathal Jonathan Breen. The degree of Doctor of Philosophy, Sharon Elizabeth Ann McCloskey. Helena Patricia McElhenney. Julie Claire McMullen. Lucia Ramsey. Lorna Semple. Stephen Shannon. The degree of Master of Science in Advancing Practice, Linda Patricia Loughran. Naomi Corey. Christy Fowler. Gillian McPeak. The degree of Master of Science in Developing Practice in Healthcare, Damien Patrick Brannigan. Patricia Cosgrove. Nuala Mary Devlin. Shirley Johnston. The degree of Master of Science in Health and Wellbeing, Joanne Shingler. The degree of Master of Science in Health Promotion and Public Health, Fionnuala Mary Close. Hannah Isabella Williamson. Sinead Catherine Kelly. The degree of Master of Science in Nursing, Gavin Crilly. Ivadua Mukulo. The degree of Master of Science in Physical Activity and Public Health, Ashley Cairns. Andrea Tierney. The degree of Master of Science in Sensory Integration, Orla McDonough. Mary Grace Tonna. Julie Therese O'Sullivan. Emma Marie Camilleri. The degree of Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Medicine, Eleanor Faye Tivey. Anya Conway. Linda Fettis. Naomi Hamilton. Katie Holly. Leah McCready. Peter Frederick William Reid. Niall James Burns. Ramesh Kumar Mani. Rory McCann. The degree of Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Nutrition, Catherine Murray. Catherine Elizabeth Stewart. Sinead Dempsey. Leanne Varley. The degree of Master of Science in Sport and Exercise Psychology, Heidi Michaela Christie. Niall Corcoran. Matthew James McErlean. Amy McGinley. Niall McKeever. Aoife Mary Ann McKeown. Robin Turkington. Fergus Ryan Carlin. Liam Toner. The Postgraduate Diploma in Developing Practice in The Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Nuala Beattie. Marina Jane Graham. Jenna Nolene Murray. Fiona Stewart. Denise Marie Burns. Catherine Sarah Compton. Roisin Cecily Coyle. Sharon Daly. Nadine Dara. Stephanie Adelaide Elizabeth Garrett. Carly Elizabeth Johnston. Gemma Louise McBride. Paula Louise McGinn. Mary Teresa McLaughlin. Nadine McMacken. Michelle Mooney. Lauren Louise Robinson. Cara Elizabeth Warwick. Yolande Helen Wilson. Avine Connolly. Nicole Harkin. Donna McBride. Janine Elizabeth McMenamin. Marlene Catherine McTagg. Shirley O'Hara. The Postgraduate Diploma in Specialist Nursing, Joanne Curry. Martina Duffy. Matthew Damien Kelly. Sarah Marie McCready. Una McMacken. Ailish McMeal. Natasha Mohan. Anne Frances O'Hagan. Andrea Conway. Rebecca Crothers. Ruth Leanne Dick. Evelyn Feruza. Wendy Elizabeth Gibson. Victoria Gillespie. Lucy Greer. Jenna Hamilton. Heather Irwin. Maria McGee. Kirsty Louise McKelvey. Pauline Rose McKenna. Mairead McLaughlin. Emer Geraldine McMullen. Kim Maria Murray. Brian Purcell. Danielle Quinn. Lucy Stephanie Rogers. Sinead Judith Smith. Sarah Taggart. Diana Eleanor Ray. Donna Fairgrove. Oisin Gerard Macaulay. Pauline Olive Moore. Alice Neal. Geraldine Wilson. The Postgraduate Certificate in Developing Practice in Healthcare, Julie Elsie Johnston McKee. The Postgraduate Certificate Postgraduate Certificate in Education for Nurses and Midwives, Karen Craig. Carl Kelly. Esther Winifred Reid. Mandy Ellis. Dana McCulloch. Heather Caroline Middleton. Anne Timoney. Sharon Conlon. Ian McKnight. Shiny Sorath. The Postgraduate Certificate in Health and Wellbeing, Hazel Evelyn Edgar. The Postgraduate Certificate in Sensory Integration, Lisa Paxman. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sport, Theory and Practice and Diploma in Professional Practice, Emma Katie Louise Reitman. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Diagnostic Radiography and Imaging, Andrew Allerton. Louise Fullerton. Nikita Marie Martin. Damien McCarville. Owen Martin McKee. Catherine McKenna. Kerry McLaughlin. Amy O'Connor. Eden Bethany Sloan. Declan John Traynor. Kevin McCallion. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Health Physiology, Benedict Daribo. Philip Keaveney. Karen Maria McCrossan. Hannah McGlinchey. Sean Martin Mulvena. Aoife Murphy. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Occupational Therapy, Rosalind Daly. Emily Dawson. Nicole Audrey Cameron. Shannon Keenan. Megan McAleer. Claire McCauley. Erin McGowan. Emma McKillen. Laura Norton. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Physiotherapy, Connor Blee. Edmund King. Jason Sharkey. Connor Sloan. Kane Bracegirdle. Sean Docherty. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Podiatry, Aoife Boyd. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Specialist Community Public Health Nursing, Trudy Davidson. Lisa Doran. Joanne Allison Harvey. Colette Thompson. Helen Carey Crow. Marie Therese Mahoney. Francine Mary Smith. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Specialist Nursing, Lorraine Magella Feeney. Corinne Bunting. Leslie McCausland, Briege Simpson, Sharon Elizabeth Stewart, Rhonda Leah Thornton. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sport and Exercise Sciences, Thomas Mark Winston. Caelan Moran. Ethan Rafferty. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sport, Theory and Practice, Niall Jones. The degree of Bachelor of Science with Honours in Sports Coaching, Nicole Louise Black. David Weir. Chancellor, this concludes the presentation of candidates from the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences.
Thank you, Professor Curran, for presenting candidates. It is my pleasure now to present the John Rhys Scott Convocation Postgraduate Student of the Year Award for 2017. This award is made to a student in recognition of significant academic achievement during their Ulster University course. I invite Azeri Zobu, a student from the Faculty of Arts, Humanities and Social Sciences, to receive this award. Just locating the award. I present to you the John Rhys Scott Convocation Award for Distinguished Academic Achievement 2017. So obviously Christmas is approaching, and I got my first Christmas hug, so thank you for that. I now call upon our distinguished graduate, Mr. Williams, to address the congregation on behalf of those who have been presented.
Chancellor, members of the Council of the University, members of the University, graduates, award recipients and honoured guests, I really am delighted to have the opportunity to address you at today's ceremony. Thank you, Dr. Chris Hutchison, for your very kind words. And actually, I really want to point out that I didn't write that. But I think you'd be a great publicist for me. I'm really thrilled at being honoured with the Award of Distinguished Graduate today. I'm proud to be a Belfast boy, and I'm proud to be a graduate of Ulster University. And I hope that all of you graduating today will feel the same, if not today, in years to come. I'm privileged to create and produce television for children, which is translated into many languages and broadcast in almost every country in the world. And I'm proud that it's made here in my hometown of Belfast. I've had the opportunity of working with many famous people on our shows, including Stephen Fry and Peter Mullen, Simon Callow, and even Dolly Parton. I did try to cast a famous actor from Northern Ireland last year, but his agent told me I'd have no chance because it was during the Euros. Lucky man. It's fair to say that my time at secondary school wasn't the best chapter of my life. I left with the sound of my A-level biology teacher's words ringing in my ears, who told me that I was a waste of space and I wouldn't do anything with my life. Not exactly inspirational, eh? I received an unconditional offer to study foundation studies for a year here at Ulster, and I was a shy 18-year-old who didn't have a lot of confidence, but my first day at York Street was the first day of the rest of my life. I loved it. To be surrounded by like-minded people in a brilliant and vibrant creative environment. Studying design, which I loved, was just amazing. I was drawn to 3 other people in my year, Phil, Michelle and Ronan, who were also people passionate about design. And the 4 of us began to critique each other's work. We were there every day, and often sometimes we were the only 4 there every day. And one of our tutors allowed us to use a small room in the building, which became our studio. And looking back, it was actually one of the best studios I've ever worked in. The energy and the positivity in that room made it a really wonderful environment. Looking back now to my days at university, and I know that that's where my pursuit of excellence was born. Yes, the 4 of us were friends, but we were also quietly competing with each other, and in turn pushing ourselves to never settle for just second best. I was thrilled to graduate from this university with a first, and really stunned then afterwards to be awarded the prestigious trophy for the overall Irish graduate of the year from the Institute of Designers in Ireland by the Irish President. I received many job offers in Dublin, but I chose to stay here in Belfast. I worked in local advertising and design companies, and I guess became frustrated when I had to work with people who didn't share the same mindset as me. It's a course I call IDR or IDFR, depending how loose you want to be, which really stands for It'll Do Rightly. IDR is the poison that kills creativity and suffocates excellence. And I suppose a deep desire to work for myself began to grow on me at that stage, but for a long time I was way too scared to do anything about it. And eventually I did. As Chris mentioned, I had a successful commercial production company for 7 years, but I grew uncomfortable with selling things to people who couldn't afford them. I wanted to do something different. I wanted my work to be noticed and somehow make a difference. And it wasn't until one Saturday morning I was sitting with Sophie, my daughter, who was 3 at the time, watching an episode of Bear in the Big Blue House, that the penny dropped. Children's television, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to make children's television. So I spoke to Commissioner at BBC Northern Ireland, and he told me that I had no chance because people from Northern Ireland didn't ever do that kind of thing. So that's all it took. And I formed 16 South, which is the first company in Northern Ireland and one of the first in Ireland, to focus on only making children's television. And bizarrely after that, just soon after that, I happened to stumble across a call for creative proposals from Sesame Workshop, who were looking for a partner to looking to partner with a local studio to make a new version of Sesame Street for Northern Ireland. Wow! I thought, this is exactly what I wanted to do. But I had no experience of making kids' TV. In fact, I had no experience of making any kind of TV. But I had a head full of ideas, and I hired people who I knew could do what I couldn't do, and I put together a really, really good team of people around me. Almost 20 producers, experienced producers, pitched for that gig because everyone wanted to work for Sesame Street, and somehow we won. And we were also the most expensive as well, which I'm proud of. It's a much longer story than I've got time to tell here today, but I know what it was for me. It was passion. It was passion which won the gig, and that's something which you kind of hope that you today realise, that as Northern Irish people, it's one thing that we have built in which many people in the world don't have. So that was the only local television we've ever made, that show. We went on to produce 3 other shows, including Big and Small, which sold across the world, and Pyjamas, which we partnered with the Jim Henson Company on. That led on to our first animated series, which was called Lily Striftwood Bay, which we've since sold into 130 countries, and which is being enjoyed by countless millions of kids across the world, from the United States to Zimbabwe and now in China as well. Today, we 16 South is one of the biggest animation studios in the UK and Ireland. There are 100 of us, and we've got 3 shows in production. One launching in 22 languages on Disney Junior in summer next year. One launching in February on PBS, the biggest kids channel in the world, and another for China as well. We're developing lots of new things all the time, and one of the new things we're developing is a live-action mystery drama series based on Enid Blyton's Secret 7 for a family audience for prime time. My work involves lots of travel, as you can probably imagine, and that's a price It's a price I reluctantly paid because it means I'm more away. I'm away more often than I'd like to be at times, which means I'm thrilled today to have my family with me, because they're the ones who matter the most. To my mum and dad, who saved up and bought my first Mac for me while it was at art college, and who never forced me into a career that I didn't want to do, and have always been there for me. To Rochelle, my wife, who's been with me through the highs and lows and has been my constant support and has always believed in me. And to Sophie and Ben, my kids, who are now teenagers or almost teenagers. You're my inspiration, and whether you like it or not, you do appear in various guises as characters in my work. You challenge me, and when you like what I make, then I know it's special because you'd never lie to me. But to all of you graduates of this brilliant university, well done. When I graduated 22 years ago, many people believed in this part of the world that the only way to make it was to leave and go to London or go to New York. And I hope that what I've said today proves that you don't have to leave, and the culture and the environment today really means that you don't have to. Northern Ireland needs the best people and needs you to stay and help this part of the world to grow and to stand tall. Do everything you do with everything you've got. Do it with lots and lots of passion, and never forget who you are, and never take no for an answer. Chancellor, members of the Council of the University, members of the University, graduates, award recipients and honoured guests, I really am incredibly honoured to have been chosen as this year's Distinguished Graduate. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, Mr. Williams. Distinguished indeed, a perfect and very worthy recipient of the Distinguished Graduate Award. And never mind my agent, I am available. I now call upon Jenna Nolene Murray, a new graduate in the Faculty of Life and Health Sciences, to propose a vote of thanks.
Chancellor, ladies and gentlemen, family and friends, I am pleased and privileged to speak to you on behalf of those graduating today. Our degree certificates are a very tangible demonstration of hard work, effort and dedication. Of course, behind that very rewarding, very special and eagerly anticipated piece of parchment lies every part of our experience at Ulster University. And it is that experience that shapes our future prospects and potential. Our studies, the relevance of the knowledge and skills that we have acquired, the confidence that we have gained, and the firm friendships that we have made. We have managed the challenges of completing our studies with our ambitions firmly fixed on the opportunities that will lie ahead of us as an Ulster University graduate. I graduate today as a specialist community public health nurse in health visiting. A challenging career. Indeed, it has been a challenging year of study, as my colleagues will agree. But we leave thankful for new opportunities and proud of what we have achieved. It is a beautiful thing when passion and a career come together, and it has been inspiring meeting so many other nurses who are devoted to improving their knowledge and skills and to providing quality care. Graduating today, it is encouraging to know that the Ulster alumni are leading, contributing, inspiring and influencing far and wide. Through the alumni networks, we can learn from those who have gone before us, and the alumni programmes and services on offer enable us to stay connected and supported as we embark on fresh challenges and opportunities. Ulster University is a place where knowledge is created, generated, shared and brought to life. We leave here as assured and well-equipped graduates, ready to fulfil our career ambitions. The knowledge and attributes that we have acquired in our time here will in turn shape and influence others in the many and varied paths that each of us here today will now choose to take. We remain ambassadors for the university, proud to tell others of the doors that it can open and the possibilities it presents. On behalf of my fellow students and friends here today, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our families and friends who have supported and encouraged us in our university career. You were the glue that held us together when we thought that we would break. Putting in those extra hours of babysitting and working hard, picking up the slack at home as we disappeared into our book or laptop for many hours. We could not have achieved our goals without you. Of course, our lecturers and support staff are right at the heart of our time here at Ulster University, and we thank them for all their inspiration and understanding and guidance. I also must thank the families that we worked with throughout our studies, for it was them who motivated us to keep going on difficult days and continuing to inspire us in our new careers. A guest speaker during one of our lectures quoted Maya Angelou, who states, "People may forget what you said, people may forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel." An important message for us all as we embark on our new careers, to remind ourselves why we chose to become nurses and to focus on the positive impact we can make in the lives of others. Finally, today is significant in the history of Ulster University, as these will be the final graduations held at the Jordanstown campus. Thank you all for being part of this special day, a celebration for everyone, not just for those of us graduating, but those who have graduated throughout the years that Ulster University has been at Jordanstown, and for all who play a part in harnessing potential and shaping bright futures. To mark this special occasion, Egla Benyat, a final year jewellery student studying for a BA Honours degree in ceramics, jewellery and silversmithing at Ulster University's Belfast campus, has produced a silver pin entitled Constructive Play. This piece represents Egla's exploration of how when children create and explore their environments, they are involved in constructive play. As a jewellery maker, Egla is motivated in a similar fashion by experimentation and new possibilities. The term constructive also references the visual aesthetic of the artist who grew up in Soviet and post-Soviet Lithuania and has been influenced by constructivism. I'm delighted to select a name at random from today's Jordanstown graduates who will receive this special piece by students at our Belfast campus. I have now the pleasure of inviting Ulster University's Chancellor, Dr. James Nesbitt, to make a presentation to Hannah Isabella Williamson, please do enjoy the rest of your day with us. Thank you.
Thank you, Jenna. Well done. Just fabulous. In echoing some of Jenna's words there, this is an opportunity for you, our graduates, to maybe show your appreciation now. Sat here today are parents who made, grew and bore you, who cherished and nurtured you, who've been driven to distraction at times by you, but who have never stopped loving and supporting you. So please put your hands together, raise the roof for your parents and your friends and family. I think they're delighted that you applauded them, they're also delighted that you're out of the house. But just before I invite the new graduates to join the academic procession, as you know, I take every opportunity to promote the many talented students we have in a variety of disciplines here at Ulster. One such student is Gary Luton. Gary is a PhD music student on the McGee campus and past winner of the UK-Ireland Sky TV competition Guitar Star in 2015. And Gary Luton, has agreed to give a short performance today. Gary's also recorded at Abbey Road Studios. He's played the main stage at Latitude Festival for 30,000 people. But I can't imagine he's ever been as nervous as he is right now. So Gary, if you come up, we're very grateful you're here. Thank you. you, Gary. Fantastic. I declare this graduation ceremony closed and invite the new graduates to join the academic procession.